Hello again. In this video I'm going to finally talk about going from decimal degrees to degrees, minutes, seconds, and back again to from degrees, minutes, seconds to decimal degrees. So here we go. So in most math classes you will learn you'll learn trigonometry, and you'll use an inverse trig function. Say you have a right triangle and you want to solve for this angle in here, right? Given A and B, right? You can do that. You say that that's the tangent of this angle. I'll say is alpha. Well, alpha is equal to B over A, right? But this alpha usually is in decimal degrees. Decimal degrees. Well, we want degrees, minutes, and seconds, right? Surveyors use degrees, minutes, and seconds. So I'm going to teach you right now how to do that. So you have an angle of, say, alpha. You solve for this triangle, and alpha was equal to, I would say, it looks about 60 degrees. So I'll say 62.162895, right? That is our angle alpha that's in decimal degrees, right? So degrees, minutes, seconds is, there's some sort of degrees, right? Some sort of degrees, whatever it is. And then in the minutes, there's 60. In the minutes, there's 60 minutes in 1 degree, right? 60 minutes. 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree, right? And then there's 60 seconds. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, right? So we have our degree, right? Whatever this is, our degree. Then 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree, and then 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. So if we break this up, we have our degrees already. It's 62 degrees, and then we have this 0, this left over. It's going to be 0.162895, right? That's in degrees. So we want to get this to minutes. So how can we convert this to minutes? Well, we just said that there's 60 minutes in 1 degree, so 60 minutes in 1 degree. So the degrees cancel out. You're left with minutes. So it's going to be 60 times 0.162895. So it's going to be 9.7737 minutes. Alright, so now we have 62 degrees, 9.7737. Right, so now we want minutes. Now we want to get seconds. So we leave the 9, right? We'll leave the 9 minutes. Now we have 0.7737 minutes. We want to convert that to seconds, and we said that 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. So 60 seconds to 1 minute. Minutes cancel. So it's 60 left with seconds. It's going to be 60 times 0.7737. 60 times 0.7737 is equal to 46.422. 46.422 seconds. So our angle in degrees, minutes, seconds will be 62 degrees, 9 minutes, and 46 seconds. All right, we don't worry about these decimals. Surveyors can't measure, can't measure to this. Can't measure to decimal seconds or tenths of seconds or hundreds of seconds or thousands of seconds. That can't be done. Very hard even to measure to the second. So now if we want to, let's just check this and let's go back the other way and try to get the same exact angle in decimal degrees. So we already have 62 degrees, so we don't have to worry about that. We have to worry about the minutes, and we have to worry about the seconds. So how many minutes are in 1 degree? We already said that. There's 60, change the color here, 60 minutes in 1 degree. So 9, so we're in minutes, 9 minutes. So it's going to be 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So it's going to be 9 divided by 60. 9 divided by 60 is equal to 0.15. 0.15. So, and then we have 46 seconds. 46 seconds. How many seconds are in one degree? Right? Well, there's 3,600 seconds in 1 degree, right? Because there's 60 minutes, and each minute has 60 seconds. So it's going to be 60 times 60, which is equal to 3,600. So 1 degree has 3,600 seconds. Right, so the seconds cancel out. 46 divided by 3,600 is equal to 0.012777778. Right, so it's going to be 62. In decimal degrees, it's going to be 62 plus 0.15 plus 0.0127778. Oops, 778. Which is equal to 62 plus 0.15 plus 0.012777778. 62.16277778. Right, so we were supposed to get this number here, but we're a little different. But that's because there was this seconds in here, these decimal seconds. So that's going to change. That's going to change it a little bit, going back to decimal degrees. Let me just make sure I did it correctly on my calculator. 62.162895. Where's EMS? 0946. Right, so I'm getting I'm getting, yeah, on my calculator. I have a TI 30XA calculator. So Texas Instruments, and I mean, if you're going to be surveying, this is a good calculator to use because it has a decimal degree and a DMS function, so you can go from DD to DMS, and then from GMS to DD with, like, one function. It does it. You don't have to do all this converting because it does get tiring. Once you kind of know how to do it in your head, you should be able to figure it out, every time. So you don't really need to. You can do it faster with a calculator. Um, so that's how. So that's how you get from decimal degrees to degrees, minutes, seconds. And if you're having trouble with using these kind of cancellations, how I did, 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, and we started off with minutes and we canceled and got the seconds. Just kind of look it over, because you're going to be doing, if you're going to be surveying or you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be doing a lot of unit cancellation to get to different units, and it is, if you're just doing it for the first time, it's tough to kind of visualize. But I think this is probably a good example of starting off and doing that. So keep practicing with it, and maybe you'll figure this out. Hopefully you'll figure this out. If you don't get it right away, keep trying it. It will work, and you sometimes always won't, get the same number going from, once you go into degrees, minutes, seconds, you won't get the same number going back from decimal degrees, because we don't. It's this is carried out too many spots for a surveyor. We can't measure angles that closely. It's, with our instruments. Nowadays, maybe in the future we will, but anyway, I will continue talking about land surveying in the next video. See you soon.